I think the Miles trial, they said it was only 7 weeks or 7 weeks, 8 weeks. Okay. The reason why I say that is because they were only supposed to have 16 witnesses, right?
Well, they've expanded their team to 34 now.
34 now. Are they trying to squeeze the defense so the defense can't put up a good defense within that 7 weeks? Or do you expect the court to expand the 7 weeks maybe into another 8 or 9 weeks to help the defense defend Miles Guo?
Well, I think, one of the patterns that we observed is that, every time when prosecution team mentioned about calling on next witnesses, they will be giving an estimate to the court, a day ahead or even in the morning. But the problem is, when they say that they will need an hour for next witness, it always, goes beyond an hour. And so, today the government is actually calling on a witness, who is actually doing direct examination yesterday. And we believe that it was very difficult for the prosecution team to complete their part, of presenting all of the proof, by the end of this week. Because for this week, there's only 4 days for trial, which means, there's no trial date for tomorrow. And for next week, because of the Independence holiday, there are only 2 days. Tuesday and Wednesday are open for trial. And it comes to the last week of Mr. Miles Guo's trial, which means, the last week will potentially become the days for the jurors to make the decision before everything gets closed. So, in responding to your questions, I think it is true that, the government has been using huge amount of time presenting evidences, calling upon witnesses. And there are certain witnesses who came up not making an argument, but to just read the evidences that the government prepared to the public. So this is the pattern that we observed, and that leaves a very limited amount of time for Mr. Guo's defense team to call on their defense witnesses and present the evidences. So that is the pattern we observed. The government was supposed to complete their prosecution part by Wednesday, which they promised the last Friday, and which they have not, accomplished their promises, unfortunately.